Is it? Are we live, Mike? Okay. Okay, he's taking his time, getting the bar exactly where he wants on his back. Stepping out carefully. And he made that look easy. And 3 white lights, another good lift. Okay, 220 goes on the bar for Rami Hoivanen of Finland. He missed this lift on his opener, so he is wisely taking it over again. Lifter must have a successful squat, a successful bench, and a successful deadlift in order to make a total and be eligible for overall awards. There are also individual awards given out for each lift. Rami is dressed in the colors of his country, blue and white. 15 seconds to get that signal. Okay, gets the squat, going down very tentative. No, he never really looked comfortable with his setup. Okay, he's got one more chance to make that. He was just too tentative, did not look like he was really comfortable the way he was set up. Geared lifting is so technical. If you're not exactly in the groove, you just, fold right up. But if you are in the groove, it's like an empty bar. Bar is loaded now for Christopher Boileau of the USA. He's taken a 10-kilo jump to 222.5. Down and up easily. Did he hit depth? Let's see what the refs say. Yes, he did. Good lift. George Miller of Great Britain is up next. He's also taking a 10-kilo jump. That seems to be pretty much standard for most lifters if they open sensibly. Bar is loaded for George, who is a gym owner. His personal best in the squat is 235, so he's 5 kilos below that. We'll see if he tries to top that on his third attempt. Depth was good. He comes up very easily. Makes it look so difficult as he steps out, and then he squats it very easily. 232.5, 232.5 kilos for Bernard McGurk of Britain. 7.5 kilo jump. Bernard is in the 66 kilo class. Weighs just over 65 kilos. Depth is good, and bit of a grimace, but he comes up with it, and it is a good lift. Thomas Gustafsson of Sweden up next with 240 kilos. Personal best of 260. Thomas is in the 83 kilo class. Bar is loaded. Takes it off, steps back. And again, a little bit of hesitation, but he went right through it, and it's a good lift. Keith Notel of the U.S. is up next with 240 kilos. He has just taken a 5 kilo jump. He's in the 83 kilo class. And he is attempting to tie Gustafsson in the squat. When the lifter takes the bar in the squat, in order to get the start signal, the squat signal, he must be standing erect. Knees locked, hips locked, shoulders reasonably erect. You don't have to be completely perpendicular, but you can't be all bent over. And he must come to the same erect position with knees and hips locked at the finish of the lift. And that's a good lift. Most common cause for red lights in the squat is failure to hit depth. You must squat so that the top of the thigh is below parallel with the top of the knee, top of the thigh at the hip joint. You get a little red circle under the red light if you don't hit depth. If you're not locked out at the start or finish, it's a blue light. Double recovery is also a blue light. You can go down as slowly as you want, come up as slowly as you want, stop on the way and have a cup of coffee. But when you start your ascent, you cannot go back down again. You cannot rebound and then come up. That's double recovery. That's a blue light. Failure to wait for the signal, that's a yellow light under the big red light. Your heels and toes can come up. You can rock back and forth as you're squatting, but you cannot actually take a step. You cannot change your foot position or your hand position once you start, and those are also yellow lights. Easy enough for Jay McGrath. 2-1. He was a shade high on one side, but majority rules. 2 white lights gives you a good lift, so Jay has made his 205 kilo third attempt squat. He's made all 3 squats. Now it's Rabi Hovinen. He has missed this the first 2 times. He did not look comfortable and confident with his setup. He needs this to stay in the meet and be eligible for an overall medal. He's in the 83 kilo class. He's got to be more confident and just down and up and do it. Stepping back. Solid. Going down carefully. Nope, it is just too heavy. He just did not get up with it. He should have opened a bit lighter. It's a long way to travel from Finland, and that can really affect you. He can still continue in the bench press and deadlift, but he is not eligible for an overall placing. We now go to 232 kilos for Christopher Boileau of the USA. 232.5 kilos, another 10 kilo jump, well below his personal best of 272.5. Christopher is currently in 4th place. Down and up easily enough. Did he hit depth? 3 white lights. He certainly did. That's a good lift. It looked like he had more in him. We now go to Bernard McGurk, our other 66 kilo lifter. We will go right into Flight B. There's no break in between Flight A and Flight B. There will be a 10-minute break in between the squat and the bench press so they can reset the platform and so that the lifters will have a chance to properly warm up for the next lift. McGurk is taking 237.5 in kilos, a 5 kilo jump. His personal best is 245, so he's a little under that here. Currently in 1st place in the 66 kilo class. Oh, good try. It was just a little bit too heavy for him. He gets credit for his second attempt, 232.5. He's still in 1st place in the squat. Still has that squat gold. We now continue with 237.5 on the bar for George Miller of Great Britain. George is in the 83 kilo class. This would move him up from 4th to 3rd in the squat. Oh, it looked like he just lost his balance. Okay, good catch by our spotters, and he gets credit for his 232.5. Still good enough for squat gold. Last 2 squatters in Flight A, Tomas Gustafsson, 245 kilos. And the bar is loaded for Gustafsson. He's currently in 2nd place in the squat. This would move him temporarily to the lead. Whoa, by Jove, I think he's got it. And it's a good lift. He had good speed coming up, and he managed to get through his sticking point. Last squatter in Flight A, Keith Nautel of the USA, taking a 7.5 kilo jump, bigger jump than he took between his 1st and 2nd squats. So he is going for squat gold. 247.5 in kilos. and looks strong. 3 white lights. Most of these lifters have been unquestionably solid and deep in their squats. We haven't seen very many red lights on depth. Our next lifter is Amasania Kuji of Mongolia. W-double-I, lots of vowels in his name. He's in the 74 kilo class. He is opening with 160 kilos. He is 50 years old, and I think we have a misprint on the number of years he has been competing. It says 122. I doubt that. More likely it's 12. Steps out easily, goes down carefully. Depth looks good. And it's a good opener. Travis Pardue of the USA is up next. He is 51 years old. He has been competing for 36 years since he was a little boy, just 15 years old. He works in public safety. Could that be a euphemism for police officer? Okay, I see that Kuji of Mongolia is passing his second and third attempt squats. Apparently he feels that his opener was as much as he's going to get. He doesn't want to risk injury, wants to save himself for the bench and the deadlift. Pardue is also in the 74 kilo class. His squat personal best is 210. He's opening with 200. Gets that extra little bit of depth, comes up. And 3 white lights. Good lift for Travis. 200 stays on the bar for Barry Antonio of Canada. Canada is very well represented at this competition, which they should be since they're the home country. He's a project manager. He has been competing for 16 years. He is now 50 years old, has just aged into the Master 2, Master 2 being age 50 through 59. And this is 5 kilos above his personal best in the squat. Depth looks good from here. He's coming up very strongly. And it's 3 white lights and a good lift. We go to 205 on the bar for Louis Knoppers, a sales manager. He's in the 74 kilo class. He's been competing for 23 years. He is now 52. I have seen him competing at many Masters Worlds and North Americans as a Master 1, and he's now moved up to the Master 2. He has been one of the top Master 1 lifters. Down and up easily. And that's a good easy lift for Lewis. Bar stays at 205 kilos. They'll just reset the racks. And Lawrence Walsh, also of Canada, is our lifter. He is the first 93 kilo M2 lifter we're seeing. Actually, the second. Antonio is 93. He is 56 years old, has been competing for 7 years. His personal best in the squat is 230. Looked easy. And we have 3 white lights, a good lift for Lawrence. Michael Bernard of France is our next lifter. He is our 4th lifter in the 74 kilo class. He's opening with 220, which equals his squat best. He has been competing for 8 years. He's 52 years old and he is a merchant. Bar is loaded for Michael. Lifters are allowed to adjust their belt on the platform. They are not allowed to adjust other things such as their knee wraps or their suit. And that's a quick down and up. And we've got 3 white lights and a good lift. 235 kilos for Mario Schnur of Germany. He is in the 93 kilo class, 56 years old, just been competing for 4 years. His personal best is 260, and when asked for a job, he says yes. Yes, he does have a job, but we don't know what that is. Two to 1, good lift. His depth was a little bit questionable, but he got a 2 to 1, and that's what counts. Successful lift. And we have our other lifter from Germany in the 93 kilo class, Guido Nieland. Guido is opening with 240 kilos, well below his personal best of 270. He is 52 years old. He has been competing for 4 years, and his job also is yes. Yes, he does have a job. Both of our German lifters are employed. Oh, is he deep? He's not taking any chances. I thought he was going to sit right on the floor with that lift. And it's 3 white lights, no doubt about that one. Our final round 1 squatter in Flight B is Lars Höglander of Sweden. He is opening with 250 kilos. That's 551 pounds. He's 58 years old. He has been competing for 34 years. He is a manager. His personal best in the squat is 305 kilos. Whoa, he looked a little shaky at the bottom, like he almost lost his balance. I'm not sure if he got depth or not. 3 white lights, he did get depth. He did get down there. All of our lifters in Flight B have made their first attempt squat. They are all in the meet. That's good to see. These lifters train very hard for this meet. A lot of them travel a long distance, even some of our Canadian lifters, because Canada is a huge country. You hate to see anyone bomb. Everyone is safe here. Travis Pardue of the USA is up next with 210 kilos for his second attempt squat. He's in the 74 kilo class, currently in third place in the squat. And let's see what the judges think. 2-1. They got it right because he was only parallel on my side, but most lifters go deeper on one side than the other, and apparently he was down there on the other side. Lawrence Walsh of Canada is up next, a 7.5 kilo jump for Lawrence to 212.5 kilos. This is 2.5 kilos above his personal best. Lawrence is in the 93 kilo class. That looked high from here. He did it very easily, but from here at least it looked high. Let's see what the refs say. They agree it was indeed high. It was high. I think he'll make that on his next attempt because the squat was very fast and easy. He just did not hit depth right. We keep 212 on the bar for Barry Antonio of Canada, the other Canadian lifter in this weight class. He is already in uncharted territory since his previous squat best was 195. He's exceeded that on his opener. That looked easy. Looked very solid, deep enough, good lift for Barry. And we have still another Canadian lifter. Louis Knoppers of Canada is taking a 10 kilo jump to 215 kilos. Louis is in the 74 kilo class. He's currently third after first round squats. You'll notice the 5 spotter loaders on the platform. 3 are required for all lifts, even the empty bar, and once you hit 227.5 kilos, whether it's in the bench or in the squat, you must have all 5 spotters for safety. Yeah, and that looks fast and easy. Put some weight on that bar. 3 white lights for Lewis. 230 kilos for Michael Bernard. He's our current leader in the 74 kilo class. Made his opener with 220. He's taking a 10 kilo jump. Opened with his personal best. This will be a new PR for Michael. And the bar is loaded. Adjust his suit straps before he gets on the platform. Once he steps on the platform, he can only adjust his belt, which he is doing. Making sure it's tight and making sure it's just in the right place to give him maximum support. Get set up. I thought he was going to get buried with that. 2-1. He did. He had a little bit of up and down motion on the bar. He went down really fast. I thought he was just going to keep going to the ground. He managed to recover, but he did have a double bounce at the bottom, so that's a no lift. Usually in the squat, you want to slow down and speed up. Go down slowly with control. That makes the weight actually lighter on your shoulders than if you go down fast. And then you go fast, you explode on the way up. Guido Nieland of Germany is up next, taking a big 12.5 kilo jump to 252.5. 270 is his max. He's a novice at this sport compared to a lot of these master lifters. He's only been competing for 4 years. And they say he was not quite deep enough. Let's take a look at the rerun. Yeah, it looks like he's stopping about a ½ inch above parallel, but he gets another chance at that to go a little deeper. Mario Schnur of Germany, the other German lifter, is taking the same weight. He also has just been competing for 4 years. .93 kilo class lifter, 1 of 5. Depth is borderline. Let's see what the referees think. Nope, he was a little bit high. They saw the same thing I saw from here. Yep, he was about an inch high. He's got to get a little deeper. He'll have another chance at that. Okay, Lars Hoglander of Sweden taking 260. He is our last second round squatter, and then we go into third rounds. We will be taking a 10-minute break between the squats and the benches so that the spotter loaders can reset the platform for the bench press. So you can go grab another cup of coffee and another bagel with cream cheese, and then come back and watch more exciting lifting. We're in St. John's, Newfoundland. That looked good from here. Yep, 3 white lights. That is good. We go into third rounds in the squat. I noticed that Schnur of Germany has decided that he just cannot make the weight that he failed with, so he is passing his third attempt, not risking injury, not wasting any energy, saving it for the bench and the deadlift. Travis Pardue of the USA is up. He is in the 74 kilo class. He's taken a 5 kilo jump to 215 kilos. And where is Travis, you ask? Okay. He's got less than 30 seconds to get under the bar and get that squat signal. $15 seconds. Looked a little high from here. Let's see what the referees think. Yep, he was high on my side, but deep enough on the other. That's all that matters. He's got the lift. One thing about those knee wraps, they're very tight and they can cut off your circulation, make your legs turn blue and go numb, so you have to time the wrapping just right. You don't want to be wrapped too far ahead of time. At the same time, you want to get wrapped in time to get that squat signal within the 1 minute. Lawrence missed his second attempt, but he's going up 2.5 kilos anyway to his planned third attempt of 215. Now, it looks like he hit depth on my side, came up easily. Yes, 3 white lights for Lawrence Walsh of Canada. Good lift. 225 is on the bar for Lewis Knoppers of Canada. This is his third attempt. Lewis is a lightweight, 74 kilo class. There are 8 weight classes for men, 8 weight classes for women. Each country can nominate 8 lifters total in a division such as M1 or M2 or Open, and they can have up to 2 lifters in a weight class. You can spread them out any way you want, but no more than 2 lifters in a weight class. Taking his time, putting the bar exactly where he wants on his back. 2 short steps, and he's in position to squat. No, it is just a little bit too heavy. Gets credit for his 215 second attempt. Bar stays at 2.25 for Barry Antonio of Canada. Barry is in the 93 kilo class. He's taking a 12.5 kilo jump from his second attempt. Bar is loaded for Barry Antonio of Canada. Easy enough. Let's see if he hit depth. Yes, he did. 3 white lights. Good lift. Looked like he was good for more. Okay, we now have 230 kilos for Michael Bernard of France. He made his opener. He failed the 230 on his second attempt, so he is taking it over again. He is our current leader in the 74 kilo class. Three more attempts in this squat session. Then we will take a 10-minute break so they can reset the platform, and we will be back for more exciting lifting. And that looks good. What do they think? Yes, 3 white lights and a good lift. Came back and made it after missing it on a second. 255 kilos for Guido Nieland of Germany. He missed 252.5, but he thinks he can correct his faults and make 255, so he is going up. If you miss a lift, you can still choose to go up. It's up to you. Have to take a minimum jump of 2.5 kilos unless you're going for a world record, and you can take as big a jump as you want. You can open with the empty bar and jump to 300 kilos on your second if you want. His coach is telling him to go deeper. Let's see if he hit depth. Let's see if he did it. Yes. No, he did not. He looked parallel from my side. Yeah, and also I do see a very slight double recovery, a very slight double bounce at the bottom. That's okay. He got his opener, so he's in the meet. We now have 265 for Lars Höglander of Sweden. He is in first place in the 93 kilo class after the squats, hoping to add to his lead. He already has gold medal in the squat. See what the referees think. And it's 3 white lights. It's a good lift. So that concludes the squats for the morning session. We will take a 10-minute break. I am Susan Elwin, your announcer for the morning session, and we will be back in 10 minutes. Grab some more coffee.
Jeremy Clark, 5'8", male champion, doping control. It's waiting around after an event while your teammates are getting ready to go back to the hotel to watch TV. It's a guy following you around everywhere. It's reading forms and signing forms and reading forms and signing forms again. It's peeing into a plastic cup while someone watches. Sure, it's all of those things, but to me, this is way more. You see, I'm awesome, and a lot has gone into reaching this level of awesome. I strength train like a boss. Just yesterday, I lifted a small horse, and then I put it back down. I can now pretzel any yogi that crosses me. Namaste. I've aerobicized, carbicized, mental mind master ninja warrior eyes like you can't imagine. Pow! That's why this is 15 years, 3 months, and 2 days in kicking my own butt and counting. This is every time coach said I could when I thought I couldn't until I did. This is my little brother back home waiting his turn. Buddy, you, me, here, 2 years. This is my respect for my opponent. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's 5 a.m. training sessions, weekends on the road, and more trips to the hospital than I can count on 3 hands. Mom, Dad, thanks for not letting me hit the snooze button. I couldn't have done it without you. So a dude with a badge tells you've been selected for doping control, you know what I say? I say bring it, because I work hard and I come by every victory honestly. This is my love for the sport. To me, this pea is gold.
Okay, folks, we are back live with the bench presses from this morning's session at the Masters World Championships here in St. John's, Newfoundland. I am Susan Elwin, your commentator for the morning. And we have our first bencher, Rami Huvinen of Finland. He is in the 83 kilo class. The first session will be the 66 and 83 kilo lifters for the first flight, and our second flight will be 74 and 93 kilo class lifters. Takes the handoff, gets the start signal, brings the bar to his chest, and oh, he is not having a good day. He missed all 3 of his squats, and now he has missed his opening bench, and it looked just plain too heavy. Okay, we go to 122.5 kilos for 66 kilo class lifter Jay McGrath of Canada. Bar is loaded for Jay. He's been competing for 6 years. His bench press PR is 120 kilos, so he's opening 2.5 kilos above his previous best. 3 signals in the bench press. You take the bar off, hold it at arm's length with elbows locked, and you get the start signal. Bring it down so that it is motionless on your chest. You get the press signal. Push it so that it is locked out with your arms straight, your elbows locked, and you get the rack signal. Beat any of those signals, and it is a no lift and a yellow circle below the red light. Takes the hand off, brings it down carefully, and just a slight hesitation, but it came right up. Good lift. You can bring the bar down and push it up as slowly as you want. You can stop on the way down or up, but you cannot have a double recovery. Once you start up, you can't go down again. That is a blue light. If you fail to bring the bar to your chest, which sometimes happens in geared lifting, if you have a very supportive bench shirt and the weight isn't heavy enough, that's a red light. If you fail to lock the bar out at arm's length at the start and the finish with elbows locked, that is a blue light. Any other faults are yellow lights, such as beating the signal or not being in the proper position. We have Thomas Gustafsson of Sweden with 125 kilos for his opener. And that looked easy and strict and perfect, the way that an opener should look. The lifter must keep their head, their shoulders, and their butt on the bench throughout the lift. Cannot be lifted up. Their feet must be flat on the floor. You can slide your feet around on the floor, but you can't raise a heel or a toe or an entire foot. That's a yellow light. Bernard McGurk of Great Britain is up with 127.5 kilos. In the bench press, this is 15 kilos below his PR. Bernard is our other 66 kilo lifter. Takes the hand off. Brings it down. And that's looks good from here. Yep, 3 white lights. Good lift. Christopher Boileau of the U.S. is our next lifter with 140 kilos. He's in the 83 kilo class. Oh, it looked like he momentarily lost control of it on the way down and was out of the groove, but because he opened very sensibly for his opener, he was able to correct himself and easily lock it out. That's why you always want to start light. Once you choose an opening attempt, you can't lower it, but you can go up as high as you want from there, so that's a successful lift. George Millar of Great Britain is taking 145 kilos from his opener. This is 7.5 kilos below his personal best. And that looks like an easy opener, and it is. The referees like it. He's on the board. We go to 162.5 kilos. This is our final opening attempt in the bench press in Flight A. This is Keith Nautel of the USA. His personal best in the bench press is 187.5. He's opening well below that. Keith is in first place in the 83 kilo class after the squats. He wants to add on to his lead. Oh, that looked nice and easy. Very strict. 3 white lights. Good lift. We are going back to 115 kilos for Rami Hoivanen of Finland. He is not having a good day. He is trying to get in a successful lift. Taking over his opener. Bar is loaded for Rami. Nope, I think it is just too heavy. He seemed to have good control on the way down. I think he positioned the bar where he wanted, and it just did not come up. 127.5 goes on the bar for Jay McGrath. Jay is our other 66 kilo lifter. Bar is loaded for Jay. Brings it down slowly and carefully. And presses it up easily. Good lift for Jay. Nice lift. 130 kilos on the bar for Thomas Gustafsson of Sweden. Taking a 5 kilo jump. Thomas is in the 83 kilo class. And that looks solid. And a good lift for Thomas. 132.5 kilos for Bernard McGurk of Great Britain. He's in the 66 kilo class, taking a 5 kilo jump. Still well below his personal best. He is currently in first place in the 66 kilo class. These lifters are M2, which means they're 50 through 59 years old. He's working a bit on it, but he stays with it, and it looks very strict, and it's a good lift. 147.5 kilos on the bar for Christopher Boileau of the USA. $7.5 kilo jump for Christopher. Rushes out there. Gets the handoff. And that looks easy enough. Referees like it. Good lift. George Millar of Great Britain is taking 152.5 for his second attempt. George is in the 83 kilo class. Currently in third place. It is a tough lift, but he is staying with it, and I think he locked it out. Okay, all white lights. 167.5 for Keith Nautel of the USA. Keith is our current leader after the squat in the 83 kilo class. And the bar is loaded for Keith. Still well below his personal best. He's being conservative, just taking a 5 kilo increase. Looking at his projected opening deadlift, he's got a very good deadlift. And that looks like a good lift, good lockout. And they like it. 3 white lights. Going to the third round in the bench press, and of course we go right into flight 2 in the bench press after flight 1 finishes. We don't take a break. We just take another 10-minute break between benches and squats. Rami Hoivanen of Finland still trying to get a successful lift today. This just is not his day. Probably wishing he'd stayed in bed. 115 kilos. Getting his feet set. Whoa. All right, he's finally made it. He brought it down in the groove in his strongest position, and he got the lift. Okay. 132.5 kilos, another 5-kilo jump for Jay McGrath of Canada. Bars loaded for Jay, 66-kilo class lifter. Only been competing for 6 years. Some of these lifters have been competing for 30 or 40 years. Okay, takes the lift off, gets the press signal, the start signal, gets the press signal, just a slight hesitation, but it looks like a good lift. Yes, they like it. 3 white lights, good lift for Jay. 135 kilos for a third attempt by Bernard McGurk. He's currently second in the bench press, hoping to move up to first. He's heavier than McGrath, and if 2 lifters weigh the same, the lighter weight lifter wins. So McGurk needs this for the gold medal in the bench press. He is ahead on the total. Oh, wow. Good catch by the spotters. Good catch by the spotters. Okay, so McGrath gets the gold in the bench press. McGurk is second. We now have 135 kilos on the bar for Thomas Gustafsson of Sweden. Another 5-kilo jump, even jumps. Tomas was in second place after the squat. His bench press is fourth in the weight class. And that looks strong. Okay, he raised his butt off the bench during the lift, and that is a no-no. That's why there's a little yellow circle under the big red circle. You must keep your butt, your head, your shoulders firmly on the bench, the feet firmly on the floor. That's too bad. He gets credit for a second attempt with 130. We go to 152.5 kilos for Christopher Boileau of the USA. Another 83-kilo lifter. 3 more lifts in Flight A, and then we move right into Flight B. Christopher is in third place after the squat. And that is a good lift. He's got at least, yes, he's got gold, or yeah, he's got at least bronze in the bench press for Boileau. George Miller of Great Britain taking 155, hoping to move into silver position in the bench press. He's heavier than Boileau, so he has to make this to get second in the bench press. That is a tough lift, but I think he pushed it up. Oh, Okay, they say there was either some up and down motion on the bar or he was not fully locked out. Apparently there was a little bit of up and down motion. Now, I did not think he actually went down. He stopped, but he did not go down. It must be all of the bar that is down. I don't know. Anyway, the referees say it's no good. So he has to settle for bronze in the bench press, and Boilo gets the silver. We now have Keith Nautel of the USA with 172.5 kilos. He is your leader in both the squat and the bench press so far, in good position to win this weight class. Nope, just too heavy. Gets credit for his second attempt, 167. Let's put 115 kilos on the bar for Louis Knoppers of Canada in the 74 kilo class. Bar is loaded for Knoppers. He's currently in second place on body weight after the squat, but this is going to put him behind his fellow competitors. He's the lightest opener in the bench press. Gets himself set up. And that's nice and easy and strict the way that your opener should be. 130 goes on the bar for Emasana Kuji of Mongolia. He just took one squat and decided that was his max, so he passed to second and third to save his strength for the bench press. Now he has 0 kilos as his max for bench press and total. I'm guessing that's not correct since he would have had to qualify for this meet. I'm guessing that perhaps this is his first international meet, so he has not made a total at an international meet before. He's 50 years old, been competing, it says 122 years, I doubt it, more likely 12 years, in the 74 kilo category. He wants blocks for his feet. The lifters are allowed to have blocks underneath their feet so that they can be firmly on the floor. Ooh, that was not easy. That looked like a max to me. 3 white lights. He might be passing his second and third attempts in the bench press also. It might be that he knows exactly what he is doing, what he is capable of, and he's going to do it right away and get it over with. Okay, we have Travis Pardue taking his opener with 132.5 kilos. His personal best is 137.5, so this is close to his best. Brings it down carefully. And that looks pretty easy. Very slight hesitation, and he went right through it. The blue light means either not locked out or that side judge felt that he had actually lowered the bar during the hesitation. Lawrence Walsh is now up with 145 kilos. He's in the 93 kilo class. He's from Canada. This equals his personal best in the bench press. Looks good from here. And the referees like it. It's a good lift. We've got 165 on the bar for Lars Höglander of Sweden, well below his best of 195. He's in the 93 kilo class. And that looks good, looks smooth and easy. 3 white lights, good lift for Lars. 187.5 kilos for Guido Nieland of Germany, one of the 2 German lifters in this 93 kilo class. It says that his personal best in the bench press is 202.5 kilos. He's only been competing for 4 years and he's already competing at the international level. Oh, that's not easy, but it looks like he's got it and locked it out. 3 white lights, good lift. 190 kilos for our 74 kilo class lifter, Michael Bernard of France. This is a huge bench press, absolutely huge bench press for someone in that weight class to open up with. It says that his best is 200 kilos. Takes it off. And it looks solid. 3 white lights, good lift, good opener for Michael Bernard of France. Bar goes up to 195 kilos for our other 93 kilo class lifter, Mario Schnur of Germany.
Bar is loaded, Germany.
Says that his personal best is 220 kilos. Germany has 2 lifters in this 93 kilo class, as does Canada, and we've got 1 from Sweden. A country can have up to 2 lifters in a weight class, but no more than 8 lifters in the M2s total. That looks strong and strict, and the referees like it. Okay, our last first round bench presser is Barry Antonio of Canada with 227.5 kilos. And as I mentioned, when the bar hits 227.5, you must have 5 spotters rather than 3, whether it's for the bench or for the squat. So you're going to see all 5 spotters out there to protect this lifter. 501 in pounds, 227.5 in kilos. Big opener, by far the heaviest opener. And that is easy. I'm just noticing that Barry squatted only 225 kilos, yet he benches 227.5. He is benching more than he is squatting. He was in 4th out of 5 in the squat, and he is way above everyone else in the bench press. I think that just got him gold in the bench press. I don't think anyone else is even going to try anything that heavy. Bars loaded now to 122.5 kilos for Louis Knoppers of Canada in the 74 kilo class. We have France, USA, Canada, and Mongolia lifting in the 74 kilo class, 4 different countries. Gets set, gets the start signal, the press signal, and that looks easy. I think he's good for quite a bit more. He took 7.5 kilos jump. I'd say he could easily do another 5 kilos. Emersana Kuji of Mongolia is up next. He's taken a 5 kilo jump to 135 kilos. His opener looked tough, but he thinks he can get it. Could be a different groove will help. And he is asking for the block so that his feet can be firmly on the floor. Not quite. He might have stood a chance with 132.5, but I think 135 is just a little bit beyond him today. Travis Pardue is up next. He's from the US. 137.5 kilos. This would equal his personal best in the bench press. It's up 5 kilos from his opener. Travis is in the 74 kilo class, in second place after the squats. This would keep him in second overall. And that looks easy. Good lift for Travis. Lawrence Walsh of Canada is up next, taking a 5-pound jump to 150 kilos. Lawrence is in the 93 kilo class. He is currently in 5th place. And that is no lift. No lift for Walsh. Just playing too heavy. Either that or it wasn't in the groove. Lars Höglander is our next lifter. He's from Sweden, taking a 5 kilo jump to 170 kilos. He's currently in second place in the 93 kilo class. I think that he's got that locked out. And 3 white lights. He did lock it out. Good lift for Lars. Michael Bernard is up next with 195 kilos for his second attempt, going up 5 kilos. See if he locked those elbows. And it's a good lift. 3 white lights, a good lift. He's 2 for 2 in the bench. Guido Nieland is taking the same 195 kilos. This is a jump of 7.5 kilos from his opener. He's currently in 4th place in the 93 kilo class. Or no, he's actually in 3rd place. 3rd place in the bench press. This would move him up to number 2 in the bench press. Okay, I think he's got that lockout. And good lift. Good lift. 3 white lights. 202.5 kilos goes on. Mario Schnur of Germany is our lifter. Last 2 lifts of the second flight. Second round. Bench press. He is having a problem with, there may have been some up and down movement. Nope, up and down movement with the bar. He managed to get it up, but came down a few times before he locked it out. He'll get another chance to do that. Okay, we are seeing a humongous jump by Barry Antonio of Canada, our current leader in the 93 kilo class in the bench press. He made 500 pounds, 227.5 on his opener. He's now going to 282.5 for his second attempt bench press. 55 kilo jump, huge jump. This is way over what he squatted. In fact, his opening bench press was over his squat. Okay, the 2-to-1 ruling, red light ruling on Schnur has been overturned, and the jury said that it was a good lift. So Schnur gets credit for his 202. Nope, he could not do it. It did not move. He's got another chance to do that. It took a long time bringing it down as if perhaps his shirt was holding it up, and then he could not get it off his chest. He'll have one more chance for that. We go to 127.5 for Louis Knoppers of Canada. 3rd round of bench presses. Louis has made his first 2. very experienced lifter. I've seen him compete many times at IPF or at Masters Worlds. Yep, that looks good. Looked like an easy lift, like he was good for a few more kilos. Okay. Now let's see what the yellow light was for. Might have been foot movement or head movement, but he got credit for it. Okay, we now have Kuji of Mongolia for his third attempt. He missed his second with 135, but he's going up anyway to 142.5. No law says you can't. You don't have to be successful with your previous lift to increase the weight. He's currently in 4th place in the overalls after the squat, but he does have the bronze in the bench press with his opener. Let's see what the referees... Nope, he could not do it. He was trying to move up to 2nd place in the bench press. He'll have to settle for 3rd. But it was a good effort. 142.5 kilos, same weight on the bar for Travis Pardue of the U.S. He has 3rd place in the squat and currently 2nd place in the bench press. He'll get the silver medal in the bench press. And he has made all 3 of his benches. He is happy about that. His cheering section in the front row is very happy about that. Lawrence Walsh of Canada is taking 150 kilos for his 3rd attempt. He made his opener. He missed this on his 2nd attempt. He is coming back to try to make it on his 3rd. And he has a large cheering section also, being from Canada. We don't have a huge audience this morning because it's pretty early, but they are very enthusiastic, and that does help the lifters. Come on, Lawrence. That looked much better than his previous, and he made it. He came back after failure on his 2nd. He made it on his 3rd. I'm sure he's happy about that. Lars Hoglander of Sweden is taking just a 2.5 kilo jump for his 3rd attempt. He has gold in the squat, but he is only 4th out of 5 in the bench press, whether he makes this or not. We will be seeing an attempt at a Masters 2 world record in the bench press coming up very shortly. No, it was just a little bit too heavy, but he made 2.5 kilos less, 170 on his 2nd attempt. And he is paying for 3 benches, so he might as well try it, but he chose his 1st and 2nd attempts very carefully and sensibly. and made his max today. All right, we have 200 kilos on the bar for Guido Nieland of Germany in the 93 kilo class, and our next bench is going to be the world record attempt. Guido's made both of his benches so far. This is up just 5 kilos, 2.5 kilos below his personal best. Trying to get it to his chest. Oh, halfway up and just a little bit too heavy. Gets credit for the 195 second attempt. We are now going to see a world record attempt in the bench press men's master 274 kilo class from Michael Bernard of France. He is taking 200.5 kilos. You normally go up in 2.5 kilo increments, but if you are attempting a world record, you can take a half kilo increment. So he is going to 200.5 because the current Masters world record is 200 kilos. $5.5 kilo jump from his second attempt. Let's see if he gets this. No, it looked like when he brought it down to his chest, it moved just out of the position he wanted, and he was not able to do it. Gets credit for his second attempt, and he does have gold in the bench press. 207.5 for Mario Schnur of Germany, lifting in the 93 kilo class. Our last two benchers, then we take a 10-minute break so they can reset the platform for the deadlift, and we'll be back again. Oh, came so close, couldn't quite get it. Gets credit for his second attempt with 202.5. He does have silver in the bench press. And our last bencher of the morning, Barry Antonio of Canada. He failed with 282 on his second. He opened very light with 227.5. Light for him, not light for most of us. He opened with more than he squatted, and he missed 282 on his second. He's trying 282.5 again on his third. Let's see if he can get it in the groove. $512 in pounds, for those of you who are wondering. Bringing it down. Nope, too much. Too much today. I'm not sure what the significance of that bench was. Maybe he felt he needed it for overall placement because that was his best lift. So anyway, we will see you back here in 10 minutes for the deadlift. Signing off. Freezing in here.
Jeremy Clark.
Jeremy Clark, 5'8", male champion, doping control. It's waiting around after an event while your teammates are getting ready to go back to the hotel to watch TV. It's a guy following you around everywhere. It's reading forms and signing forms and reading forms and signing forms again. It's peeing into a plastic cup while someone watches. Sure, it's all of those things, but to me, this is way more. You see, I'm awesome, and a lot has gone into reaching this level of awesome. I strength train like a boss. Just yesterday, I lifted a small horse, and then I put it back down. I can out-pretzel any yogi that crosses me. Namaste. I've aerobicized, carbicized, mental mind master ninja warriorized like you can't imagine. Pow! That's why this is 15 years, 3 months, and 2 days in kicking my own butt and counting. This is every time coach said I could when I thought I couldn't until I did. This is my little brother back home waiting his turn. Buddy, you need here 2 years. This is my respect for my opponent. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's 5 a.m. training sessions, weekends on the road, and more trips to the hospital than I can count on 3 hands. Mom, Dad, thanks for not letting me hit the snooze button. I couldn't have done it without you. So a dude with a badge tells you've been selected for doping control. You know what I say? I say bring it, because I work hard and I come by every victory honestly. This is my love for the sport. To me, this pee is gold.
Gert, Great Britain, and Knox Health, USA.
Okay. Ready, set, go. Okay, folks, welcome back to the deadlifts for the morning session here at the IPF Masters World Championships, the equipped portion in St. John's, Newfoundland, a very beautiful, old, and historic city that I've enjoyed exploring during my week here. Rami Huvinen of Finland is ready to go with a 190 kilo deadlifter. He is our opening deadlifter. He's in the 83 kilo class. He won't be able to total as he missed all his squats, but he did get in a bench press, and now he's trying for the deadlift. And that looks easy. And it's a good lift. Jay McGrath of Canada is up next with an even 200 kilos. Jay is in the 66 kilo class, currently in second place. This will lock up his silver medal in the deadlift, silver medal in the overall. He's pretty far behind our leader, so I don't think he's going to catch him. But second place is not bad at a world championship. Looks good to me, and the referees like it. So that locks up second place. Christopher Boileau of the USA is taking 212.5 for his opener, well below his personal best of 245. Christopher is in the 83 kilo class. He is currently in second place in the overall, but there are some big deadlifters in this weight class, so he could easily be caught. It's going to come down to the deadlift in this weight class. Okay, the referee on my side said that he did not completely lock it out, and that's what it looks like to me. In the deadlift, the shoulders are forward a bit. In the deadlift, the lifter must pick up the bar and stand erect with shoulders square, hips locked out, and knees locked out. Failure to do that at the start or finish of the lift is a little red circle underneath the red light, but he got it 2-1. George Millar of Great Britain is up next with 230 kilos. He's in the 83 kilo class, currently in third place overall. And that looks good from here, and the referees like it. So he's on the board. He's made a total. Thomas Gustafsson of Sweden is taking 235 kilos for his opener. His personal best is 260. Thomas is currently in second place, or in fourth place in the 83 kilo class. This would temporarily at least put him up to second place. First place is way in the lead in this class, but second, third, fourth, it could go any way at all, we're going to have a battle in the deadlift for second place. And it's a good lift, 245 on the bar for Bernard McGurk of Great Britain. Bernard is our leader in the 66 kilo class, and this should seal the win for him. If he makes this, I do not think that he can be caught from behind. Let's see what the referees think, and I agree with that. A little bit of up and down movement. Yep, see there, it's like he lost his balance, which is easy to do with sumo deadlift because it's so technical. And the bar went down. You can bring the bar up as slowly as you want. You can stop it on the way at every floor, but you cannot let the bar go down on the way up. That's double recovery. That's a little blue circle. The other cause for double recovery is you cannot hitch or ramp the bar up on your thighs. You cannot support the bar with your thighs on the way up. That's the other reason for a blue. Failure to wait for the down signal or taking a step in the deadlift will get you a yellow. You can rock back and forth on your heels, but you cannot actually take a step and change your foot position. We have Keith Nautel of the USA opening with 267.5, by far the heaviest opening deadlift in the 83 kilo class. This would move him into first place overall if he makes this. He's a conventional style deadlifter. It looks like he is working hard. That looks heavy, but it looks like a good lift from here. Yep, good lift, 3 white lights. Now it's up to everyone to catch him, and I don't think anyone will since he's the best deadlifter. I think he just got first place with that. First place in the overall. Okay, second round, and we have Rami Hoivanen, who is having a better day in the deadlift than he did in either the bench or the squat, though he did manage to make his third bench press. Bar is loaded. He has 40 seconds. Let's see if he comes out for it or not. He may allow the clock to run out just to give the other lifters one more minute of rest, since there are only 7 lifters in this flight. He's going to finish in 5th place in the bench press and in the deadlift, whether he makes this or he doesn't. And he is not eligible for an overall medal since he did not get in his squat. So I think he's going to let the clock run out and just out of courtesy to the other lifters give them an extra minute of rest. Okay, the bar is going to 210 kilos for Jay McGrath of Canada. He is lifting in the 66 kilo class. He is in 2nd place, except that Jay did make his opening deadlift and his competition, Bernard McGurk, did not. So it's not over yet, folks. McGurk has to make a deadlift, and he is going up 10 kilos for his second attempt. McGrath also is increasing his second attempt by 10 kilos, but he has made his opener. He's got 30 seconds to go. That looks like a nice deadlift from here. And that's a good lift. Sumo style deadlift is very technical. You have to be exactly in position, and if you are, it's like lifting an empty bar. If not, the bar won't move, or if the bar is lighter than what you expect, you'll come up with it so fast you'll go flying over and land on your backside. Okay, we have Christopher Boileau of the USA taking 225 kilos in the 83 kilo class. He is 4th in the deadlift and 4th in the total right now. This would temporarily move him up to 3rd. They said that he was not fully locked out. He's got one more attempt in that. Bar is loaded to 245 kilos for George Miller of Great Britain. He is ranked 2nd overall in the 83 kilo class currently. This would move him to 2nd in the deadlift. He's currently 3rd in the deadlift. Technique is very important in the deadlift. You want to have maximum leverages. Looks good from here. And the referees agree with me. Good lift. 245 kilos. Same weight stays on the bar. They'll just tighten up the collars. And this is Thomas Gustafsson of Sweden. Made his opener. He's the heavier lifter, so he will stay in 3rd place in the deadlift whether he makes this or not. He is currently in 3rd place in the total. And that's a good lift for Thomas. Okay, Bernard McGurk, our leader, after the squat and the bench in the 66 kilo class, did not totally lock out his opening deadlift, but he is going up 10 kilos anyway. If I was him, I would repeat the opener because that's all he needs for the win. Why take a chance? Then you could take as big a jump as you want on your 3rd, but I am not the lifter, I am not his coach. Sumo style, gets his grip, pulls it up easily. Now, I don't think his hips are through. But okay, referees gave it to him. That will secure the win. McGrath is not going heavy enough to catch up to McGurk. 270 for our heaviest 2nd round deadlift. This is Keith Nautel of the USA. He is currently in 1st place in both deadlift and total. He has the gold medal in the squat, the gold medal in the bench. It looks like he's going to get gold medal all around, deadlift and total both. I don't think he can be caught. He has a big lead. He has a 55 kilo lead. Waiting anxiously. He's excited to get out there and pull this monstrous weight. Okay, the clock is running. And he is pacing. He is getting himself psyched up to do this lift. It's a big lift, a lot of weight. Up 2.5 kilos from his opener. Looks good. Sets it down carefully. Okay, the center ref did not think he was locked out. I don't know, it looks locked to me. Rami Huvinen of Finland is up next. He made his opener, missed this on his second. He is taking it again for his third. He actually didn't even attempt it on his second. He timed it out so that everyone would have an extra minute of rest, because there are only 7 lifters in this session, which means that they don't get much rest in between deadlift attempts. So he's going to time it out. We're here in St. John's, Newfoundland for the Masters World Powerlifting Championships. This is the equipped part where they can load up with supportive wraps, supportive suits. There is a deadlift suit. Works very well. I'm your host for the morning session. I'm Susan Elwin, and I lifted, when was it? Thursday, whatever day that is. After a while, everything runs all together. Counting down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then we will go to the next lifter. So Rami finishes in 5th place in the deadlift. Okay, let's go to 212.5 for Jay McGrath of Canada. He has just taken a 2.5 kilo increase over his opener. He is in 2nd place in the 66 kilo class, 2nd in the squat, 1st place on body weight in the bench press, as both lifters bench the same, and Jay is the lighter lifter, and he will get 2nd place in deadlift and overall. Getting his feet placed right. Sumo is unforgiving. If you're not lined up right, you won't get it. Conventional, you have some room for error. Even if it isn't perfect, you can still pull it up. Okay, that looked good from here. And it is a good lift. He's made all 3 deadlifts. 225 kilos for Christopher Boileau of the USA. He made his opener. He missed this on his 2nd attempt. He's giving it another try here. Third round of deadlifts in Flight A. We go right into Flight B. Thinking about that heavy weight he's about to pull. Gets his grip. See if he locked it out successfully. And they say that he did. One side referee says he wasn't quite locked out. He may have had a shoulder or a knee unlocked on that far side, but from where I am it looked good. 250 kilos on the bar for Thomas Gustafsson of Sweden. He is currently 3rd overall, 3rd in the deadlift. This would temporarily at least move him up to 2nd place in the deadlift. But he is guaranteed an overall medal. He's guaranteed bronze in the overall, and this would move him to second in the deadlift. Nope, did not make it, so he settles for bronze in the overall and bronze in the deadlift. Okay, George Miller will be our next lifter. He is going for 250 kilos. He is 6/100th of a kilo lighter than Thomas Gustafsson. So if he pulls this, whether he pulls this or not, he's got second place in the deadlift and second place in the overall. He is 6/100ths of a kilo lighter, so if he and Gustafsson have the same deadlift, Miller gets the silver, Gustafsson gets the bronze, and he is 7.5 kilos ahead of Gustafsson in the total. So he's got silver locked up. Okay, all right, this is interesting. Okay, they're having a discussion. Apparently, Miller has the higher lot number than Gustafsson, so that he follows Miller if the two of them take the same weight. Okay, so Miller is going up to 252 now because he is the lighter lifter. He has silver locked up overall and in the deadlift. So he is raising the weight 2.5 kilos. You can change your third attempt deadlift twice. And he wants to try for another 2.5 kilos since he has the silver locked up. Okay, we had a little problem here with the computer working the scoreboard. It didn't advance from Gustafsson to Miller. We want everyone to know what's going on. So Gustafsson was a no lift. Miller is taking 252.5 since he knows he's got the silver locked up anyway. He's going to go for that extra 2.5 kilos. We will have the award ceremony right after this, but we will not be carrying that live. We'll be taking a break and we will return for session 2. Women will be lifting in session 2, and that was a good lift from Miller. Very nice lift. 270 kilos for Bernard McGurk, who will be our winner at 66 kilos. This is his final deadlift, and then we have one more deadlift after that. A victory lap for Keith Notel, who is going to win the 83 kilo class. And then we go into flight B in the deadlifts.
Bars loaded.
He already has all the gold locked up, but he wants one more good deadlift. Taking a 5 kilo jump. See if he is locked out or not. Yes, he is, and that is successful. Good recovery after missing his opener. We now have Keith Notel of the USA taking a 5 kilo jump to 275. Then we go right into Flight B in the deadlifts, followed by the award ceremony, which we do not carry. And then we'll be back for the Master 2 women in the afternoon and another session of the heavyweight Master 2 men in the evening. So there's a lot more top-notch lifting in store for you. Make a big bowl of popcorn and sit back and enjoy this exciting lifting. They have to clean the bar between every attempt on third attempt deadlifts because you don't want chalk and powder and sweat clogging up the bar, clogging up the knurling, causing your hands to slip. You want the best possible grip. I think it's a good lift. Yes, 3 white lights, a good lift for our 83 kilo champ. All right, we are going to Flight B, 150 kilos for Kuji of Mongolia. He is currently in 4th place after the squat and the bench. He is in the 74 kilo class. Bar is loaded for Kuji. There is a team competition as well as individual competition, so even if a lifter is not going to place in the overalls, they want to pick up points for their team. That's a good lift. 7 points for Team Mongolia for a 4th place finish. Barry Antonio of Canada is up next in the deadlift. He is opening very light with 180 kilos, less than what he benched and less than what he squatted. He is currently 1st in the total, but unless he is sandbagging, he can be caught in the deadlift. The deadlift is not his lift. The bench is obviously his specialty. Okay, he made his opener. He's in the meet. He protects his gold medal in the bench press. And we go to 190 kilos for Michel Bernard of France. He is currently in 2nd place in the total in the 74 kilo class. He is hoping to catch the leaders. Okay, he's 1st place now. 200 kilos for Lawrence Walsh of Canada. He's in 5th place after the subtotal. And I think he's going to end up there. He's pretty far behind the top 4. The top 4, there's going to be a battle. Going to be a real battle in the deadlift in the 93 kilo class for the top 4 places. Walsh just wants to get this, make a total, pick up points for Team Canada, and that looks easy. 227 .5 for Travis Pardue of the USA.
Bar loaded.
He was in second place in the subtotal. If he makes this, it'll keep him in second place. Looks good.
And more white lights. 227.5.
And that's a good lift.
For Knockers Canada.
Bar stays to 227.5.
Bar loaded.
Tighten up the collars. The bar is loaded, and it's Louis Knoppers of Canada, also in the 74 kilo class. Louis is currently in third place in this weight class. Rolls it into position, gets set, squats down, stands up, pulls the bar up very easily.
And good lift.
Good lift for Lewis with 500 pounds.
Weight stays in 27.5 for Hollanders.
Same weight stays on the bar for the next lifter, Lars Höglander of Sweden, in the 93 kilo class. Lars is your gold medalist in the squat, but only placed fourth in the bench press. See where this puts him.
Another good lift. Let's see this roll.
Okay, Lars is temporarily at least in first place in that weight class after his first deadlift, but there's still two more to go in that weight class. We've got Guido Nieland of Germany, two lifters from Germany up next. In the 93 kilo class, Guido is taking 230 kilos. If he makes this, it will put him in first place temporarily in the weight class, and of course first place in the deadlift. A little bit of hesitation, but I think he has it.
So confident.
Yep. Yep. 3 good white lights.
50 kilos on this bar for Germany.
250 kilos for Mario Schnur, the other German lifter in the 93s. This would put him into first place in the deadlift and in the overall if he makes this.
And another good lift.
Good lift.
All successful openers.
Good lift.
Nice work, gentlemen. All right, we're going to go 200 kilos on the bar for Bernard from France.
So we currently have Schnur in first place and Nieland in second, and Höglander just a little bit back in third place in the 93 kilo class, but things can change quickly. Okay, Kuji of Mongolia is passing his second and third deadlifts. He just wanted to make a total, say he had lifted in Masters Worlds and total and picked up some points for his team. So we are going to Michael Bernard of France with 200 kilos. And it's a good lift for Michael. That temporarily at least keeps him in the lead in the 74 kilo class, but could change. Some big deadlifts coming up. Antonio of Canada is up next. He's going to 202.5 kilos, a 22 kilo jump.
Not right there,
And no lift there, unfortunately.
After game, we have Carlton, USA, and Knockers, Canada.
Nope, just a little bit too heavy. Took a big jump.
Bar is loaded.
Okay, Walsh of Canada is up next, 220. He is also taking a big jump, a 20-kilo jump. Let's hope he has better success than the last lifter. Oh, he bends over very nonchalantly, picks it up, sets it down again like it was nothing. And that's a good lift.
Weight goes to 240.
Travis Pardue is taking 240 in kilos. This is 5 kilos less than his max. Going up 12.5 kilos, he's in the 74 kilo class. He is currently in second place in the total. Hoping to pick up a little bit of poundage
Bar is loaded.
on the leader. Move him into first place in the deadlift, though he is the heavier lifter, and if Knoppers lifts the same weight, he'll put Knoppers in first place in the deadlift. Okay, that looks good. 3 white lights. Temporarily puts him first in the deadlift, but still second overall.
40 kilos stays on the bar for Knockers, Canada.
Louis Knoppers will take the same weight. Knoppers is shooting for deadlift gold. I don't think he'll be able to catch Purdue for second place overall, but he wants that gold in the deadlift. Okay, he's ready. He has 30 seconds to pull this. Getting set. And the bar is coming up, and that's a good strong finish. See if he's locked out. See if that shoulder is back. Yep, 3 white lights. That puts him in first in the deadlift, but third overall. Guido Nieland now of Germany in the 93 kilo class. He is taking 245. He is currently ranked second in deadlift and second in total. He is 22.5 kilos behind our leader. His teammate Schur, also of Germany. Looks like Germany might get first and second, but it is not a sure thing because Höglander of Sweden has a big deadlift, and he could easily take second place, maybe even first, who knows.
Look good from here. Referees agree.
And that's a good lift.
52.5 on the bar for Höglander, Sweden.
All right, 252.5 for Lars Höglander of Sweden. He is currently in third place in the total and in third place in the deadlift, but this is a humongous increase, a 25 kilo jump. And if he makes this, it will put him into first place in the overall by body weight because he is a lighter lifter than Schur. It would tie him with Schur in the total, temporarily at least, and Höglander is the lighter lifter. So this is a very important lift. He is trying to jump from third place to first. Okay, they finished cleaning the blood off the bar. Sometimes a lifter loses a callus when he's gripping the bar on a heavy deadlift. Okay, this is for gold, at least temporarily. Exciting battle here. Oh! It looked like he had it. He just had to lock it out. I don't know whether he lost his grip or what, but it looked like he had it, and then at the last second he lost it. Oh, he didn't seem to lose his grip. I don't know what happened. You know, maybe he got a bad pain in his back or something, but wow, I thought he had that. Well, he's got another chance at it. Okay, here's our current leader, Mario Schnur of Germany, and he would like to make this 262.5 up 12.5 kilos because that would make it harder for Hoaglander to catch him. I think if he makes this, he's got a good shot at winning the whole thing. Now, is he locked out or not? Yeah, he is locked out. He is locked out, so that keeps him in first place. We are going to the third round of deadlifts now. Last 7 deadlifts. It's not over yet, though. Antonio is up next, Barry Antonio. He missed this on his second, 202.5 kilos, but he did make his opener. Currently in 4th place overall and in 5th place in the deadlift. This will keep him in 4th place. He's a good bench presser. He did get gold in the bench press, so we will see him on the podium later. Okay, close enough. Close enough. 2 white lights, good lift. Finishes strong. We now have Michael Bernard of Canada. He's only in 3rd place in the deadlift, but he got a good enough lead in the squat and a huge lead in the bench, so he's in 1st place overall. He will be hard to catch, but you never know. But judging by what his competition is going for, they are not even going to try to catch him. So I think Bernard has 1st place overall locked up, courtesy of that huge bench press. Oh, he lost it. It's not enough to lift it up to completion. You have to hang on to that bar and control it until it hits the floor. He had it and he just could not hang on to it long enough to get the down signal, but he ends up with a very respectable 625 kilo total, which puts him well into 1st place. We have Walsh of Canada now in the 93 kilo class in 5th place. He is going for a 227.5 deadlift. This would temporarily at least put him in 2nd place, in 3rd place in the deadlift, temporarily. Put him in 3rd place with 3 lifters to go. And they say no, he couldn't quite lock it out, had a little bit of support or up or down motion. Gets credit for his 222nd. He finishes in 5th place overall. Travis Pardue in 2nd place in the 74 kilo class is going up 10 kilos to 250. Okay, he just went up to 252.5, up 12.5. 1st place is secure for Bernard, but Knoppers and Pardue are fighting it out for 2nd place.
Pardue and Knoppers are fighting for a deadlift spot. Bar is loaded, 252.5, Pardue, USA.
He will stay in 2nd whether he makes this or not. It can move him into 1st place in the deadlift. Looks like he's got second place in the overall. But this is for the deadlift gold. Individual medals for each individual lift as well as an overall. All right, that moves him temporarily into deadlift gold, but Lewis Knoppers is going for 255. Knoppers is trying to top him and move from second in the deadlift to first. He's third place in the overall, but he wants that gold in the deadlift. Right now he has silver in the deadlift. And he wants this lift. 255. Okay. He did put in an attempt change. I was wondering if he'd get that in time. Since he has the higher lot number than Pardue, he is allowed to put in an attempt change and lower his third attempt to 252.5. You can have 2 attempt changes on your final deadlift, but only if you have the lower lot number. If you want to lower it down to the weight that's on the bar, you have to have the lower lot number to lower it down to the weight that's on the bar. If you have the higher lot or you have to have the higher lot number to lower it to the weight that's on the bar. If you have the lower lot number, you can't, but he has the higher lot number. He can lower it to the weight that is on the bar. Saves him 2.5 kilos. So this is for deadlift gold for Lewis Knoppers. 3 more deadlifts after this. And what do the judges say? And they say 3 white lights, so that is gold for Lewis Knoppers in the deadlift. Only bronze in the overall, but gold in the deadlift. I'm sure he's happy about that. Okay, now the very competitive 93 kilo class. Guido Nieland of Germany is attempting 255. He is in second place currently in the deadlift and in the total. He is 20 kilos behind his teammate Schnorr, and this would only make up 10 kilos of that, so he has no chance of first place, but he is hoping to stay ahead of Hoaglander for second place. Hoaglander has a chance to take it all if he makes his third deadlift, which he missed earlier. And that's a good lift that puts him in second place in the overall, and temporarily at least in second place in the deadlift with 2 more deadlifters to go. We have Lars Hoaglander. He is attempting 265 kilos. If he makes this, it will not be enough to win, but it will be enough for second place, and it will give him gold in the deadlift. Right now he is in third place in deadlift, third place in total. No, actually this would put him in first place in the total also. He missed 252.5 on his second attempt. He's got third place locked up. The only place to go is up. If he makes this, it would temporarily give him first in deadlift and first in total on body weight. But he has got to lift this, and Schnorr still has 1 more attempt left in the deadlift. Let's see what happens. Nope, it is too heavy. Too heavy. So he settles for third place overall and third place in the deadlift. Okay, and this is the final deadlift of this session. Schnur has first place locked up. Therefore, he is changing his third attempt deadlift. He's going to try for 270. If he needed less in order to win, he would have gone for less. But Hoaglander did not make his third attempt. So Schnur can go for it with a gigantic 270 kilo deadlift, which is more than I total. This is a huge weight. Oh, nope, it is too heavy, but that's okay. He is happy. He won. He won. Okay, folks, we'll have the award ceremony, but we are not going to do that. So we will see you later on for the Women's Master 2 in the second session. Goodbye.
Jeremy Clark, 5'8", male champion, doping control. It's waiting around after an event while your teammates are getting ready to go back to the hotel to watch TV. It's a guy following you around everywhere. It's reading forms and signing forms and reading forms and signing forms again. It's peeing into a plastic cup while someone watches. Sure, it's all of those things, but to me, this is way more. You see, I'm awesome, and a lot has gone into reaching this level of awesome. I strength train like a boss. Just yesterday, I lifted a small horse, and then I put it back down. I can now pretzel any yogi that crosses me. Namaste. I've aerobicized, carbicized, mental mind master ninja warrior eyes like you can't imagine. Pow! That's why this is 15 years, 3 months, and 2 days in kicking my own butt and counting. This is every time coach said I could when I thought I couldn't until I did. This is my little brother back home waiting his turn. Buddy, you need here 2 years. This is my respect for my opponent. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's 5 a.m. training sessions, weekends on the road, and more trips to the hospital than I can count on 3 hands. Mom, Dad, thanks for not letting me hit the snooze button. I couldn't have done it without you. So a dude with a badge tells you've been selected for doping control? You know what I say? I say bring it, because I work hard and I come by every victory honestly. This is my love for the sport. To me, this pea is gold.
All right, so this is a men's master 2 session. So we've got some weight classes to go through. In our M2 66 kilo, silver medal in the squat goes to Jay McGrath, Canada, of 205 kilos. And our gold in the squat, Bernard McGurk, Great Britain, 232.5 kilos. And 66 kilo bench press, silver medal, Bernard McGurk, Great Britain, 132.5 kilos. And the gold medal, Jay McGrath, Canada, same weight, 132.5 kilos. All right, we're gonna do a little flip-flop. The deadlift, silver medal, Jay McGrath, Canada, 212.5 kilos. And the gold medal in the deadlift, Bernard McGurk, Great Britain, 270 kilos. And our total, silver medal, Jay McGrath, Canada, with 550 kilo total. And our gold medal, 66 kilo M2, Bernard McGurk, Great Britain, 635 kilo total. If everyone could please stand for the playing of the national anthem of Great Britain. to the 74 kilo Master 2 results. In the squat, bronze medal goes to Travis Pardue, USA, 215 kilos. And the silver medal, Lewis Knoppers, Canada, 215 kilos. And the gold medal, Michael Bernard, France, 230 kilos. Congratulations. And 74 kilo bench press, bronze medal. I apologize, Armarsana Kuji, Mongolia, bronze medal bench press, 130 kilos. And silver medal bench press, Travis Pardue, USA, 142.5 kilos. And the gold medal, Michael Bernard, France, 195 kilos. And our 74 kilo deadlift results. In the bronze medal, Michael Bernard, France, 200 kilos. Bronze medal, deadlift. And silver medal, Travis Pardue, USA, 252.5 kilos. And the gold medal deadlift, Lewis Knoppers, Canada, 252.5 kilos. And the 74 kilo M2 total bronze medal goes to Lewis Knoppers, Canada, 595 kilo total. Slick, Lewis. And the silver medal, Travis Pardue, USA, 610 kilos. And the gold medal, Michael Bernard, France, 625 kilos. Please stand for the playing of the national anthem from France. Congratulations. On to our 83 kilo M2 results in the squat. Bronze medal goes to Christopher Boylett, USA, 232.5 kilos. And our silver medal, Thomas Gustafsson, Sweden, 245 kilos. And our gold medal, Keith Nautel, USA, 247.5 kilos. All right, on to the bench press. Bronze medal, George Miller, Great Britain, 152.5. And our silver medal, Christopher Boylett, USA, 152.5. And our gold medal in the bench press, Keith Nautel, USA, 167.5 kilos. And on to the deadlift. Bronze medal, Thomas Gustafsson, Sweden, 245 kilos. Silver medal, George Miller, Great Britain, 252.5 kilos. And the gold medal in the deadlift, Keith Nautel, USA, 275 kilos. And on to our 83 kilo M2 total results. Bronze medal goes to Thomas Gustafsson, Sweden, 620 kilos. And our silver medal, George Miller, Great Britain, 635 kilos. And our gold medal, Keith Nautel, USA, 690 kilos. And if everyone could stand for the playing of the national anthem of the U.S. Congratulations, athletes. And last but not least, 93 kilo Master 2 results, the squat. Bronze medal goes to Mario Schnurr, Germany, 235 kilos. And our silver medal, Guido Nieland, Germany, 240 kilos. And our gold medal, Lars Hoglander, Sweden, 265 kilos. And on to our bench press. Bronze medal, Guido Nieland, Germany, 195 kilos. Don't go too far. Silver medal, Mario Schnurr, Germany, 202.5 kilos. And gold medal in the bench press, Barry Antonio, Canada, 227.5 kilos. And our deadlift results, bronze medal, Lars Hoglander, Sweden, 227.5 kilos. Lars. And silver medal in deadlift, Guido Nieland, Germany, 255 kilos. And the gold medal in the deadlift, Mario Schnur, Germany, 262.5 kilos. And our 93 kilo Master 2 total results. Bronze medal, Lars Hoglander, Sweden, 662.5 kilos. And our silver medal, Guido Nieland, Germany, 690 kilos. And our gold medalist, Mario Schnur, Germany, 700 kilo total. And because I like the way Joe says it, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Germany. Congratulations, athletes. And another round of applause for our athletes as they exit the stage. The next session starts in 47 minutes. All right, don't go far. 46 minutes for our next session, M2 women, and I will pass you over to Joe.